it's Fred in the Shed 2 and the second part of this Wilesco D11 model build. In the first part, if you missed it, I built the steam engine itself. Had a couple of little problems on there with a couple of threads and things. I did detail that on the first video. But on this video, we're concentrating on the bit that goes here, which is the sort of pump arm, the nodding donkey, if you like, whatever you call it, the Meccano sort of side of it. Got all of our instructions here, what we've got to do. And yeah, we're going to get a crack on with that. So as before, I'll zip through and fast forward and I'll stop and show you a few bits. And at the end of the video, hopefully we'll have a full working model. We can get to fire up this engine, which is what I really want to do. But anyway, enough talking. Let's crack on with the build. Got the pump connected to the base, and that was pretty painless. The connection where it goes onto the crankshaft here for the steam engine, I was hoping I'd be able to just slip this on and slip it off, but unfortunately I'm going to have to somehow work out how to undo that screw. Can you see that? It's going to be a little bit tight because I really want to run the engine before I connect the model, because I want to run this at a little bit of speed just to make sure there's no leaks, sort of bed it in if you like. But obviously when I run the pump side of it, I need to have it running quite slow. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed with that. I was just hoping that was going to put on. And another bit I'm a little bit disappointed, and I knew this anyway, was the way that this pump part of the model connects to the beam. They only supply you with a cheapest little bit of string. It looks pretty crappy, to be honest, and yeah, I did see that on someone else's video. So what I've done, and I'm hoping it's going to work, I'm not sure yet, but I just ordered myself a little bit of chain. This is actually a plug chain that you would have in a sink, but I figured that that would look a little bit more industrial, and I don't know, but it's relatively heavy compared to the string, so I don't know how it's going to work out, if it's going to upset the balance of the model, but I'm going to do that in just a moment. But looking at the model here, you know, it's been quite difficult really to get all of this paint onto the model and then not chip it, and it was a lot of it was a lot of arse-ache, to be honest. But I'm kind of pleased now that I've done it. It's probably not showing up very well in this light, but it just looks more integral than it would have done if it had just been left on the plain sort of metal, if you like. It's not quite the same colour as I was hoping to get the same colour as the boiler housing, and it's not. But I think overall, when you sort of stand back and you look at the model, I do think it was worth doing, definitely. It was a lot of work, but I do think that looks so much better than if it was just plain Meccano, if you like. Well, I'm going to see if I can get that chain going onto the end of there, and once that's on the beam, I can then run the steam engine for the first time, which I'm really looking forward to doing, and then we can see about trying to get this connected and then running at a slower speed, because if I run it at full speed it's going to bang 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 bang, it's going to be awful. Anyway, right, let's go on with the next bit. Really getting excited now. Yeah, it's finished. It's finally finished. Got the chain on the pump part there, and I just think that looks so much better than a piece of string. And we've got it connected at the moment to the crank, and that's the range of movement. So it seems to work quite well. As I say, I'm going to disconnect that crank, get the motor running first, and then see if I can connect it up when it's all hot. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Definitely think that chain looks better than a piece of string. Not quite sure why they did that. Just for the sake of a few cents. Doesn't make any sense, does it? But there we go. Right, I think next thing now is to fire up. Just getting ready now for the first run. The first run. Is it going to run? That's the question. The water I'm going to use is, I've been storing some rainwater because we've been having quite a lot of rain at the moment. So I thought I'd save the rainwater. Shouldn't have any limescale in it. Very few impurities. So we're going to run it on rainwater. But I think before I need to do anything else, I just need to go around and oil up and lubricate all of the working parts, and also fill the little oil reservoir there for the piston so that it doesn't run dry. It's all lit up, and this is the exciting bit that I will cut from thread 1. Just waiting for it to get really, really hot now. Starting to wait to sort of see just a few little bubbles of steam now in the boiler. And that's already very, very nice and toasty warm, which is quite good because it's quite chilly today. Yeah, that boiler already starting to warm up. That ethanol gel really does work quite well. It burns very, very clean as well, so there won't be any soot, hopefully. Comes up and ruins the paintwork. But yeah, it's just all the waiting now. it's the waiting game. I think I've got the whistle turned off. I think these go flat when the valves are closed. I'll find out in a minute because we'll be getting steam out of there. And this is the speed control here for the piston and the flywheel. I've got that fully open at the moment, so when we get a little bit of steam up, then will be off. It's a shame, as I say, it's a shame that there's going to be no steam coming out of the chimney there, the way it's been designed. All of the excess steam is just going to paddle or puddle out into this little collection tray. It's a bit of a shame. As I said, you probably could rework that. You could, if you was that way inclined. I'll probably leave it, keep it original to the D11 model there. So it's just a waiting game. It's just like it's literally like waiting for a kettle to boil. Find out, have we got any leaks? And here we go, we're just finally getting some little bubbles appearing on top of the boiler, and I may have a leak. I made the output pipe, might just be leaking on me slightly there. Just need to go and get my little spanner and tighten that up. That seems to have sealed itself, and we got steam. We got steam, right. I think it's time we turn this round. Let's just try the whistle. Let's let a bit of water out. Maybe I slightly overfilled the boiler. But let's turn it around and get this baby running. Right, let's see which way it's going to run, shall we? Oh, it wants to. There it goes. Oh, it smells wonderful. The smell of the oil and the steam coming out of it. Oh, it's slowing down a little bit. Let's let the steam pressure build up there. I think we're quite ready. Right, let's give it another run. There she goes. Running out of pressure again. I don't think she's designed to run at full steam. Right, let's see if we can slow her down a little bit. Oh, that's a very sharp, but there we go. Definitely a fine balance. There she goes. Losing pressure again. Oh no, failure. The crank's come off of the drive shaft there. I think I may be running it the wrong way. That's better. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just running out of steam now. I'm going to have to turn it off in a second because the boiler's getting low. But absolutely amazed up. It's fantastic, isn't it? A lovely working model. Absolutely made up. It's just running out of puff now. Oh, isn't it wonderful? And it smells fantastic. That smell of that steam oil, and that hot steam and the oil. Oh, it just takes you right back. And I think that's going to be about it. Running out of puff. Right, there we go. Just going to turn off the piston there. So I'm absolutely made up at that. I couldn't ask for more. Really, really impressed with that. Really, and even got a little bit of steam somehow, or some smoke come out of the chimney there. It must have drawn through from the boiler. So I think all it needs to do now is we need just to evacuate all of the steam from the boiler there. I'm going to do that with the whistle, give that a test. That's the final thing, but I'm absolutely made up about this model. I think it's really good, quite good value, and I'm really pleased that I took the time to paint the actual pumping part of it. I think now I've seen it working, it looks much better. Okay, just going to do the whistle now, the final part. So cheers, thanks for tuning in to Freddy in the Shed. Really appreciate your view time. Stay tuned, because I'm not going to stop. I've got the bug for this. I'm going to be building more steam models. But as for now, thank you for watching.